Today, I want to talk about pain or suffering. When I was in the school, I read a poem. I don't remember the name of the poet, but the poet is telling to the nightingale, "Oh, nightingale, how lovely is your voice. When every other birds are sleeping in their nest, ye alone keep awake, singing your melodious tunes, penetrating the hearts of men who spend sleepless nights rolling in their bed. You must be coming from a paradise where the rivers never go dry, run dry. The trees are laden with fruits and flowers. Won't you tell me the secret of your beautiful song?" And the nightingale replied, "Oh, kind sir, when all the other birds are resting in their nests and sleeping, I keep awake. I keep awake singing those tunes. They are coming from the depth of my heart. The pain, the agony, which I cannot share with others. And what you are hearing is those beautiful melodies are the pangs of my heart. That's what you are hearing." Dear friend, have you spent sleepless nights rolling on your bed? Every human being, rich or poor, young or old, we all go through pain. As I am talking to you, enter into your own life. Don't simply believe anything that I say. What is important is entering into your life and becoming conscious, aware of the thoughts, the feelings, the memories that come to you. Don't condemn. Don't try to change. Just be conscious. Just be aware. And that will give you enough material to face your own pain. It is a universal fact. Rich or poor, young or old, African or American, everyone goes through pain at some time or other. And you may ask why. There is no answer to that. Maybe a beautiful story may illustrate something. And as I told you, you may have heard this story or read it somewhere. What is important is not this story, but as I am speaking to you and as you are listening to me, listen to yourself. Your thoughts, your feelings, just watch. This is the story of a young boy who was living near a river, a jungle, forest river. And as he was going for a walk, he heard somebody crying like. And he rushed to that spot. And what does he see? A crocodile caught in a trap. And the crocodile was shedding crocodile tears and said, "Son, please help me. If you also won't help me, my 4 kids will also die. I came here in search of food, but unfortunately, I was caught up in this trap. I may not be looking very smart or attractive. What to do? That's the way God made me. But I have a mother's heart. I'm thinking more of my kids, young ones, than of me. Won't you help me? Free me from this trap?" And the little boy went down, believed the crocodile, and tried to save him from the trap, removing the net slowly. And when it was half, this thing, the crocodile could come out, but the crocodile immediately caught his hand with the intention to eat him. And the boy said, "This is not fair." And the crocodile said, "But that's the way life is." And the boy said, "I don't believe you." He said, "He can ask anybody." Whom to ask there in the jungle? He saw an old donkey. So he asked the donkey, "Is it true? Life is like this?" And the donkey said, "Son, I was living a donkey's life all these years, carrying the heavy load for my master. Now I'm old. I cannot carry anymore. And my master said, I am simply feeding you. She left me here in this jungle to die or to be eaten by some wild animals. Life is like that." And the crocodile said, "I told you no." And the boy said, "I don't believe." He said, "You can ask anybody else." And then they saw a bird. So the boy asked the bird, "Is life like this?" And the bird said, "You know, son, we birds have no hands, only beaks. And how difficult it is for us to have a nest of our own. I built a house with some weeds, twigs, and I laid some 3 eggs, and I sat on them, and I got 3 young ones. I hatched, and these, when they were about to fly, I was bringing one day food for them. What do I see? A wicked cobra. It was swallowing my young ones, and they were crying for help. I was helpless. Life is like that." And the crocodile said, "I told you no." And the boy said, "No, I don't believe." And the crocodile said, "Son, I like you, therefore I'll give you one more chance." And that's the last. And as he looked, he found a little rabbit coming in that direction. She asked the little rabbit, "Is life like this?" And the rabbit looked at the boy, his hand in the crocodile's mouth, and the crocodile biting, holding him. And he said, "This is a serious question. We need to discuss about it." And the crocodile said, "Okay, go ahead." But the rabbit said, "How can that boy discuss when his hand is in your mouth and you're holding him tight? Let us sit together and discuss it." And the crocodile said, "You are a cunning fellow. When I release the boy, he will run away, no?" And the rabbit said, "You are a mighty crocodile with your tail. If you give a whack, finished. That boy will be dead." And the crocodile agreed. And he released the boy. And as soon as he released the boy, the rabbit said, "Son, run, run very fast. Go." And he ran. And then he told him, "Look, go to your village, tell the elders, and they may come and help you. The crocodile is still caught in that net. It will take some time for him to come out. They may like, your people may like crocodile meat." So they came, rushed, seeing the boy bleeding. They all rushed to the spot with koita, with bamboos, all kind of sticks. And their dog also followed with the village dog. And as they killed the crocodile and brought him out, and the boy and the people were standing there looking at the crocodile, their little dog chased the rabbit, caught him on the neck, and killed him and brought him, almost killed him, and brought him in front of them and dropped the rabbit there. And the boy was stunned. He looked at the rabbit, and the rabbit said, "The crocodile is right. Life is like that." And he collapsed. Dear friends, there is pain in life. Rich or poor, young or old, African or American. Isn't it true? Don't you experience pain, misery, sufferings? Don't you spend sleepless nights sometimes? The pity of the world today is not that there is suffering, but we waste our suffering. Joyful experiences make life delightful, isn't it? But it is the pain that gives depth, wisdom, growth to life. If you have never suffered in life, that is impossible. Even Jesus Christ had to suffer. You are missing something. And what is important is not to avoid suffering and pain. That, of course, we may do. Naturally, we will avoid pain. But there are situations we cannot escape. Then what do? Not to waste that. Go through it. Accept it. If we have today a great, even Jesus Christ, or Mother Teresa, or Beethoven, a Buddha, Saint Ignatius, all these people have to go through pain, suffering. That's a fact. It is the suffering, it is the pain they have gone through and made them what they are, great, what they are. We wouldn't be having a Gandhi, or we wouldn't be bothering about Mother Teresa or Ignatius of Loyola or Francis of Assisi if they were defeated by their pain. No. They overcame their pain. How do you overcome your pain? What do you do? When you are going through pain, what do? Usually most people blame others for their pain. Sometimes they are right. Maybe others may be causing. But blaming or accusing others, do you free from your own pain? Do you think others will change? Have you succeeded? Very often we don't succeed in changing other people. There is no harm in trying, making others know what they actions are doing to you. But very often they won't change. But then what do? Simply accept defeat? No. Face that pain. That's what all these men have done. Let us take the case of Jesus Christ. His biggest pain was pointed out at the agony. The pain is the mental pain, the agony in the garden. He went with his friends, asked them to keep awake and pray for him. But they were sleepy, not because they did not like Jesus or they did not want to pray. They were human beings. And Jesus himself said, yeah, the body is weak. And he asked them to keep awake and pray. Nothing happened. He asked God to take away his pain, his chalice. No. Finally, he realized he has to go through that pain, drink that cup. And then Jesus said to the Father, the Bible says, let thy will be done to me. He accepted the pain. That made a big difference, didn't? Now this man comes back. Meanwhile, the soldiers and the enemies led by Judas was searching for Jesus. They came to arrest him. And Jesus asked them, whom are you looking for? They said, Jesus of Nazareth, I am the one. And you know what happened? They were stunned, surprised. Some of them fell down there. But Jesus was calm. It is when we face our own pain, then we free ourselves from the pain, not when we run away. Can you face your own pain? Allow that to happen. Exactly face it for what it is, without blaming others, without blaming yourself. Unless a grain of wheat falls and dies, it will not bear fruit. Do you know what is the best metal? That metal which has gone through fire, which has received a lot of beatings, then something more beautiful comes out of that same metal. In the same way, when we go through the pain, the sufferings, something which we never thought was there in us comes out. These great men were ordinary people like you and me, a Gandhi, a Beethoven, a Helen Keller, Francis of Assisi, Ignatius of Loyola. We have many. All have gone through their pain, their misery. But instead of simply surrendering, they went through it, faced it. And Khalil Gibran writes, the pain you go through is the breaking the shell of your understanding. It is the doctor within you. He may be giving you that bitter pill, the medicine. Take it and you will realize the wonder of that, the healing. Unless a grain of dying, we say, some Catholics say during the Mass, dying, he destroyed death. You know, before the butterfly comes out of the cocoon, he struggles inside. And allow that. If you take a blade and cut that cocoon open and the butterfly is coming out, will not be able to fly. Its wings will be weak. But allow that to go through that struggle, and that will make its muscles strong and the wings will carry its weight. It is by dying we are born to eternal life. Pain is very healing. It is the best teacher in the world within you. Of course, whenever you can release the pain, of course you do that. But there are many times you will realize you cannot escape. Don't go for alcohol, drugs. They may give you temporary relief. That is not a help. Do you want relief or real healing, cure? Then face the pain. Go through it. And you will never be sorry for it. You will be enlightened. That pain will bring out the Guru, the Master within you, which you never thought you have, or which you never think you have. We all have that. Pain is the best teacher. That's enough for today, isn't it?